What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the trades that we took today inside the private Discord, as well as the plan going into tomorrow. So today, it was another good day, another green day in the Discord. The market, like I said yesterday, the market's been in easy mode. The market's been moving so nice lately, and price action has been really good. I've seen some people say that this price action is not good, and they're not trading, just taking the time off because the market's so bad. Like I don't know if we're looking at the same market, but market's been really easy to read, and that's the problem when you have like a one-sided system. You're not able to trade both directions, or when the market moves a lot, and some systems just don't do well when we're moving a lot, and the system on the other hand really does, it performs its best when there's a lot of movement. So when we look here on the 30-minute chart, again, this is the main trend in the market. We go to the 30-minute here on the Friday contracts, and what did we open up at? 9:30. We opened right at this key 50 SMA on the put side. Like I said yesterday, very key spot. This is a major pivot in the market, and we do see a lot of reversals off of there. So right off of open, we did get blowed a little bit, but we ended up wicking back up and getting the closure back above the 50, and that's why we ended up dropping again in the morning, and we were able to capitalize on this because of this 0-day chart right here. So if we go to the 5-minute here on the call side, this is what we looked like. So right off of open, we ended up opening right at this 50 SMA spot here on the call side, and all we did was play this negative cross. Why are we playing the negative cross? Because the market is still trending bearish, and since the calls are going negative, this is a great short opportunity. I call this short out at I'm trying to figure out the time here. At 9:55 got in, and that was on the open of one of these candles down in here, or yeah, this candle open right here, and look at the move we got. Very nice dump, got about 90 points on that drop. It was a good trade. You could have just trailed this 10 SMA, but their NQ was a bit stronger, so I mean, you would have been stopped out at break even after, like we got the initial move down. So yeah, that was a good trade on the put side. And then this is the funny thing, like I said, a lot of times when we do go negative on the call side when the market is bearish, it goes right in the 50 SMA on the put side, and that's exactly what happened. You could see, look at this, we end up getting a drop all the way down into this 50 SMA over here, but we did see some, I think, upside actually before that. So that's actually, no, I was on the wrong side of the chart. We ended up dropping in the 50 back up in here at 10:45. So that I was on the wrong side of the chart, but you can see we ended up getting the drop right here. We pulled back a little bit, and then it went all the way up into this 50 SMA here, and that would be your final take profit. But I was already out of that before that, because we did see a pretty hefty bounce a little bit after 10 o'clock here. Yeah, at like 10:10 we ended up seeing a bit of a bounce, but right before here, literally we were up like 100 points in I don't even know, like 90 points in like 5 minutes, I believe. It was a very, very quick move, and it was very simple. So yeah, it was actually 10 minutes, we got like 90 points. Very textbook move. And then this cross never happened. The 10 went above the 50, but the 50, as you can see, never curled up, and that's one of the main factors in taking a cross. The 50 has to be level, which just means flat, or curling up, and you can see it never curled at all. It was sloped down this entire time. The puts went negative. Again, I'm not taking this negative cross because the market is still bearish. And then rest of the day, there really wasn't much. If you go to the call side, we ended up popping into this 50 SMA right in here. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, we ended up popping in the 50 right here. The market was at a weird spot when we did pull up into this 50, and when we are in a bearish market, this is a good trade to take. I was on the fence of taking this or not, but I did take it, just because the 30-minute chart did look a little bit weird. And once we got this closure below the 10 SMA, that's when I entered, and I got some short out of that. I did call this out in the Discord. I gave the other short out in the Discord, but yeah, I mean, once we got below the 10 SMA, that's when I added, because that pretty much confirms the rejection, and grabbed some short, and we got a good dump out of it. It was a weird spot, like I said. The 30-minute chart was below the 50, but at the same time, the 50 was still sloped up. So I did try this for, this wasn't like a heavier trade at all, just because of the way we looked on the 30-minute. So I did go a little bit lighter. Still caught a good move. This probably gave over 100 points very easily. In like 2 candles, you're up probably over 100, because I know I was up at 100 at some point. But yeah, I mean, after that, there was really no other trades to take. We pop it in the 50 here. Wouldn't have shorted there just because that 50 is really flat. And then if you go to the put side of things, again, we hit the 50 on puts, and then there was nothing, the rest of the day. So main trades of the day was the negative cross on the call side. And then if you go to even the 30-minute chart, you could probably see this bounce right here. Okay, I mean, this bounce was pretty much the negative cross that we took. So yeah, I mean, that's like a 2-for-1 trade. And then that call rejection at the 50 was another trade to take, but it really wasn't the best looking with how the 30-minute looked. So really today there was one really good setup, and that's all you need for the day. That's what most people don't know. Like, you only need one good trade a day. Anything after that is just extra. And if you could squeeze out some more points, great. If not, you've done your job. You're green on the day. Pack it up, move on to the next, and just repeat the process of being green every single day and just taking high quality trades. So yeah, I mean, that's what we did today. Going into tomorrow, we have PPI in the morning, and based on this 30-minute chart, possibly we go neutral tomorrow and see some upside. This chart finally is crossing negative on the 30-minute, so we'll see what happens. This 50 still has to turn down for us to be considered neutral. If we end up gapping down tomorrow, then market's probably gonna be bearish again, and we'll be back with the bearish trend. But as of right now, I kind of do favor this to cross negative, because we're bound to see a hefty bounce for once, and the system will let us know if this chart crosses negative. That will probably happen, and then that'll probably lead us to drop below these higher time frame 50s. And if we do break all these 50 SMAs, but I mean that is a pretty strong way to go, or far way to go, to break all these, because there's pretty much one after another here. If we did cross negative on all these time frames, we'll see a really big bounce. I'm not exactly sure of what the next weeks look like, because tomorrow is going to be Thursday, and then on Friday we pick new contracts. So it'll be interesting to see what the contracts look like on Friday when we pick new ones, and see where we go from here. But again, market remains bear tomorrow. You already know the setups. It's been the same for the last 2 weeks. It's a 0 DT cross on puts, 50 dip on puts, 50 reject on 0-day calls, or a negative cross on 0-day calls. And then if we're neutral, call cross will work. Pretty much cross on either side of the premium will work if we are neutral, but most likely it would be the call side, just because if we're going negative on the 30-minute, that'll push us higher and push the calls and go cross us. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much plan going into tomorrow. If you guys enjoyed, drop a sub. If you guys want to learn, join the Discord down below. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm out. Peace.